Bonjour! Today we're going to talk about activities. The question you could get asked is, what did you do last weekend? What are you going to do next weekend? What did you do last time you went to town with your family? What did you do last time you went out with your friends? What are you going to do next week with your friends? And all of these can be answered by using the same pattern of phrases, which must involve the underlined phrases on the board here. So let's try with le week-end dernier. Le week-end dernier, je suis allée au centre commercial pour acheter un cadeau pour ma mère parce que c'était son anniversaire. So you're using the initial time phrase, then you're saying where you went, or in the future, le week-end prochain, je vais aller. And you're saying where you went. Pour shows your purpose, and parce que gives a reason. Pour is followed by the infinitive. In my example, je suis allée au centre commercial pour acheter, with an R on the end, un cadeau pour ma mère, parce que c'était, it was, son anniversaire, okay? Not el anniversaire, which is what I've heard a lot of people say, son anniversaire. And of course it could be your friend, pour mon ami, parce que c'était son anniversaire. Or you could have gone to the cinema, parce que c'était mon anniversaire, which deals with the birthday question. The next thing I want you to do is imagine that you've got to this place, and before you even start doing the activity, I want you to do another one, just so you can use avant de. Avant de, before, and then it's followed by an infinitive. So, avant d'acheter le cadeau, or avant de regarder le film, or avant de jouer au foot, with all of those verbs in the infinitives. And here are some examples of what you could do before doing the thing. J'ai pris un café. I had a coffee with my friends. Or if it was the future, le week-end prochain, je prendrai un café. So I will have a coffee. Then you'll need to use some other verbs, either in the past, passé composé, or in the future, to show that you can use that tense. So here's an example. Nous sommes allés au cinéma. You could say, nous avons décidé de jouer au foot. Or, nous avons acheté des vêtements, for example. In the future, nous irons au cinéma. Nous allons acheter des vêtements. Next thing I need you to use is en arrivant. So take the cinema example. Let's say we went to the centre commercial to buy a present for the mother. Before buying the present, we had a coffee. Then we went to the cinema. Now we need to say en arrivant au cinéma, which means on arriving at the cinema. And the best thing to do there is to buy tickets or sweets. So j'ai acheté des bonbons or j'ai acheté des billets. Okay, let's say des bonbons here. That's a good thing to buy when you get to the cinema. Then you need to, after watching the film, you need to use a different structure for after than you do for before. Avant de plus infinitive is before, but to say after, you've got to say après avoir, and then you have to use a past participle. So make sure avant de is followed by an infinitive, but après avoir, not an infinitive, it means after having watched. Okay, that's a very common mistake. Après avoir regardé le film, and then the final thing I want you to include is j'ai dû. I had to go home to do my homework. J'ai dû rentrer chez moi pour faire mes devoirs. This is a modal verb, and you're using it in the passé composé. Examiners like to see you use modal verbs in lots of different tenses. If you were in the future tense, you're going to change le week-end dernier to le week-end prochain. Je suis allé is going to go to je vais aller. Here's your verb change here. Here's your verb change here and here. This transfers into any tense, because even next weekend you can say after having watched the film. But if in the future tense, I will have to go home is je devrais. So to sum up, I need you to set it in time. Le week-end dernier or le week-end prochain. I want you to use avant de, puis, or ensuite is an alternative, en arrivant, après avoir, and then j'ai dû, or the equivalent in the tense that you need. Okay, bonne chance, merci, au revoir.